of Proteona, which is a precision medicine company and a spin-off from A*STAR and NUS. When fighting cancer, every cell counts. And I will show you what that means. We are facing the wall of cancer. 1 in 5 of us here will experience cancer in our lifetime. In 75% of the cases, cancer therapies fail. And unfortunately, 95% of all cancer drugs fail as well, often leading to a loss of $1 billion each time. There's a $2 billion market for therapy decision-making for cancer tools. The question is, with all these fancy new cancer drugs, with cell therapy, with CAR-T, with bispecific antibodies, why is it that we fail to treat cancer so often? And unfortunately, the answer is a very simple one, because tumor cells are heterogeneous. In every tumor, you have multiple clones that contribute to the tumor and ultimately lead to the severity of the disease. We have a lot of targeted drugs, that these targeted drugs only kill some of the clones of the tumor, and others grow exponentially, have an advantage, and lead to a relapse of the patient. One of the diseases where this is most notorious is blood cancer, and particularly multiple myeloma. The name of the disease already states the problem. You have multiple clones that you each have to address, and in almost all cases, patients, after even a successful therapy, lead to a relapse after 6 months. It's also one of the most expensive to treat cancers, typically costing $8,000 per month for each patient. So how do you address a disease like that? You address it by taking the heterogeneity of the tumor into account. What we are doing is single-cell multiomics, combining artificial intelligence, genomics, proteomics, and mutation analysis on a single-cell level. So for each patient, we take 10,000 samples, a sample of 10,000 cells before and after every treatment. We analyze thousands of mRNAs in every single cell, 100 proteins and hundreds of mutations for every single of these 10,000 cells. And then we look into our data depository. Have we ever seen this cell before? Have you ever seen a perfect Siamese twin? What we use are Siamese networks of artificial intelligence to come up with cells that match every individual tumor cell as closely as possible, and then ask the question, was this cell, this twin cell, ever treated in any clinical trial in the world in a successful manner? And then we go to the second, third, and fourth cell until the 10,000th cell and come up with a very complex treatment recommendation. We have done that once with the first patient a bit than a year ago in one of the largest clinical centers for oncology in the world. We proposed a very complex treatment for a patient that was at the end of medical knowledge after successful CAR-T therapy that cost $500,000 and then relapsing again. Tumor cells regrew even after a complex high-tech therapy like that. And we thought we came up with a very sophisticated analysis. You can see it here. These are the tumor cells in this bar. There are multiple colorful dots leading to different clones where we found different therapies. We thought that's a scientific paper. That's an interesting seminar. We were invited to the seminar. We were greeted by the heads of the entire tumor board of the clinic, and they told us, "You're not here to present a seminar. We have done it. We have used your recommendation, created a CAR-T bispecific antibody targeted therapy for this patient, and it worked." We fell from our chairs. It was a tremendous trust from the clinical board, one of the key opinion leaders of CAR-T cell therapy, as well as multiple myeloma cell therapy in that room. And what led from one patient led now to a clinical study of 400 patients, one of the largest global clinical studies on single-cell basis. What we are combining is wet lab technology, patent technology, licensed from A*STAR and NUS, exclusive licenses called ESCAPE, as well as MapCell AI, which is an artificial intelligence tool combining this kind of knowledge. Our business model is basically a foundation medicine for single cells. As you know, Foundation Medicine got acquired by Roche for $5 billion. What they are doing is bulk analysis. We combine that on a single cell level, creating multi-omic data for the benefit of individual patients, but more importantly, for the benefit of the entire clinical trial. We are a company that is running internationally. We are born in Singapore, but operating as well in Europe and in the US. We have not announced it yet. Our lead investor is Xora Innovation, a Temasek-related fund, together with Pixvine and Seeds Capital.
Yes. Sorry to stop you, but your time is up already.
Okay.